Hey guys, Tonic here. In this video, I'd like to show you one of the best holiday Scorched farming routes in Fallout 76. So let's get right into it. So starting off, this is the route that I like to take. I made this little map here, so if you want, you can just screenshot it and use it. I like going from the top of the map and zigzagging down to the bottom. When farming holiday Scorched, you basically just want to hit areas that have lots of Scorched spawns, and everybody's route is a little different, but this one has always worked well for me over the years. Also, I would recommend placing down a Santa Collectron station in your camp or at some workshops during this event. You can get this in the Atomic Shop for free, and these will collect gifts over time. So if you have the Collectron going while you're farming locations, you will get tons of gifts. And one more thing, if this is your first time hunting these holiday Scorched, they will play a sound when you are near them. This is it right here. So when you go to these areas, just run around the location and listen for that sound. But getting started with the farming route, for the first location we have the Tyler County Fairgrounds. This location spawns a decent amount of Scorched, and I have pretty good luck here. On this run I found two right next to each other, and a third one by the cars. Moving on to the next one, we have Wavy Willards. This is a great spot, it's one of my favorites. Sometimes I get really lucky here and get maybe 4 or 5, but usually I always end up with at least 1 or 2 here. It's a huge location with a good amount of Scorched, so I highly recommend searching this area. Up next, we're heading over to the Black Bear Lodge. This location is pretty small and not many spawn here, but sometimes you will get 1 or 2, and there are a few locations like this on the route I take. Usually they're in between 2 larger locations, but I think they're still worth checking out. On this run I was able to get 1 up top there, and 1 down in the basement. For the next big location, we have the Palace of the Winding Path. This one has a ton of Scorched. Now they can be a little spread out, so you will have to really listen for that sound in this location, but I usually have pretty good luck here. After the palace, we're heading over to the Morgantown Airport. This is a great location, it's another one of my favorite spots to hit. You have lots of Scorched that spawn around the front of the airport and on the side, and once you clear that out, I like to start the collision course event. All you have to do is run over here and fire this mortar, and it will spawn waves of Scorched. Now this event alone is great for farming holiday Scorched, but during the run, if I get lucky in the front with a few and do the event, I can easily get around 5 gifts and sometimes even more at this location. After that collision course event is done, I like to head over to Bolton Greens. This one is alright, you can sometimes find 1 or 2 here, and it is smaller so you can search this location pretty fast. Sometimes it will spawn right outside, inside the building, or even up on the roof. Up next, we're heading over to Halva. This is another one of my favorites. I usually have pretty good luck here. You can find some out in the open, and I had this weird glitch where I took them down and they flew inside of the church. I've never seen that one before, but sometimes they will spawn in here too. But moving on, if you run down the street and listen for the sound, you can find them pretty quick. Most of them are usually inside the houses. After Halva, I like to go to Sutton. This is another small location, but I do alright here. You can usually get 1 or 2 in the street. Next, I like to go to White Powder Winter Sports. It's another small location that's on the way to a larger one, but sometimes you will find 1 or 2 here. After this, we have another big location, and that's Pleasant Valley. Now this is technically 2 locations, the Pleasant Valley Ski Resort and the Pleasant Valley Cabins, but they are right next to each other, and you can find Scorched all over this area. It's a really good location to check out. Moving on though, up next we have the Summersville Docks. It's another smaller location that you can go through pretty fast. Sometimes I will get 1 or 2 here. The next one is Camden Park. It's another one of my favorite spots to hit. This location is smaller, but it has tons of Scorched spawns and a few tin can traps that you can grab for steel and lead. Plus this location is another one where I always seem to have good luck. I can almost always find at least 1 or 2, and sometimes a few more. So I really like this spot. After Camden Park, I like going all the way down to Fort Defiance. This one is pretty small, there's only a few spawns, but again it feels like I almost always get one here. Lastly, I like heading down to Firebase Hancock. This is another small one, so you can find the Scorched pretty fast. Now that's pretty much it for the route, but I did also get lucky and had a Distant Thunder event start while I was down here. If you ever see this event pop during a holiday Scorched or even the Halloween Spooky Scorched, I highly recommend that you do it. It's super quick and basically it just spawns a ton of Scorched in the area. All you have to do is kill them and that completes the event. It's super nice during these events, and I ended up getting a few extra gifts from it. So again, if you ever see Distant Thunder start, I'd recommend joining it. It's pretty easy and you can almost always get a few holiday Scorched to spawn. But that is pretty much going to be it for this video, a bit of a shorter one. I've been running this route for a while now and it's worked well for me, so I hope it works well for you. Happy holidays and thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. And as always, I'd like to give a massive thank you to all of the channel members, Ed Vale, Mazader, Joe Pervincente, Turkey Maker, Ubi, Terry Lockridge, Radcon, Ice Cream Manny, Jays the Aussie, I Am Mr. Me Not You, Dr. Calamari, Argenteer, Shaky Hands Workshop, Leo the Collector Plays, Loopy, Adam Steinson, Robert Kennard, CRM114, Theodore Slappy Sauce, Omniprotus Victrix, Axel, Kevin W, Anna S, Fallout McFly, Networkgate, Golty, Lanthar, Captain Awesome, Heather Henderson, Patrick Ruda, 20th Icefire, Baza Double Frank, Christy Mellon Schwitz. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys and have a great day.